My mother was petrified. She was just so scared of Junoon. She's looking at my face and be like, oh, you know how to do this also. So I'm like, and no, the best thing is what my childhood bestie said. Anisha says, we see her like this every day. That's not me. Magical. He is a manic man. So much energy. She's fire on screen. And so is Ranbir actually. I'm a huge Ranbir fan. I think he's one of the greatest actors ever born in the country. They look so cute together, off and on screen. I just think they make the perfect couple. I love him. Like, I love him. I love Bachchan sir. I went and I recited one Harivansh Rai Bachchan ji's poem from Madhushala to him. Nagarjuna sir, what can I say? There was all music going on in the background for all the women on set. Trolls, they exist today, they're going to exist tomorrow. You just have to learn to ignore them completely. I'm still on my way. Life is beautiful and I am really, really lucky to have him as a life partner. People should, everybody should find the right kind of life partner like I have.
Who says that villainy can't be cool and loved? Today I have somebody who's aced the role of a villain and got loved, immensely loved. Presenting the woman of the moment, Mouni Roy, in conversation with me only on Bollywood Bubble. Hello!
Hi, Nayan.
What's up? I have to give you a hug.
How are you?
Because when I watched it again, people will say, "Arey, but Bengalis, you know, we love each other." It's a fact.
We do, but we
We
do.
do. I think we connected also because we are Bengalis first time when we met. You know, when I watched Brahmastra, it has got a powerful ensemble, and you are the only villain, like the main villain.
Yeah.
People can have nerve-wracking emotions when you have to stand up to a Nagarjuna, Shah Rukh Khan, and Amitabh Bachchan, Ranbir Kapoor, Alia Bhatt. But I think you maintained your ground, and I messaged you saying how proud I am of you. I will come to that.
You did.
But Mouni, how did you expect this kind of a reaction to Junoon?
No, not at all. I'm so shocked and surprised beyond imagination that people have welcomed her so beautifully. They have, like, they all love to hate her. That's a very, very new feeling for me. In fact, you know, I was just talking about it. My friends, and you know, they are my biggest critics, and every single time that I do some work and if they don't like it, they just come up to me and be like, why did you embarrass us like that? And why do you do? Yeah, so many times. And so this time we were all like, there were 60 of us going to watch Brahmastra together, and they were all so excited. And you know, I know my friends and I knew what I was wearing and my garb, and you know, I was looking outlandish, and like it was just an outrageous, she's outrageous in her own ways, Junoon. So I was like, God only knows what these guys are going to say. But most of them were like teary-eyed and like they were so proud. I was just so overwhelmed by the end of the screening. I think I was like in tears and I was crying. So that was something very new for me to, in fact, have it from my own friends and family.
That is true.
So my mother was petrified. She was just so scared of Junoon. She's looking at my face and be like, oh, you know how to do this also. So I'm like, and no, the best thing is what my childhood bestie said. Anisha says, we see her like this every day. That's not me.
Really?
So these are the kind of, no, I'm not. When I'm fighting, maybe. But
that's a Bengali.
That's being a Bengali, yeah. So no, I did not expect it, to answer your question.
But what are the kind of comments that you got from the industry? What are the kind of reactions or responses? One thing or two things that have, you know, stayed on with you?
I feel very happy and like grateful about the fact that whoever I've worked with in the past or whoever I'm working with in the future, all those who have actually watched the film, they've all messaged saying, we are so proud of you.
Like who are?
So, no, I don't want to name people. So, that feels very like, you know, they feel that connect with me, that, you know, they somehow, somewhere and some point in time, like cheered for me, and then they still cheer for me, and, you know, they give me their best wishes. So that's very endearing and nice to see.
When you took up this mantle of being a villain, were you told not to? Because you've always played the heroine.
Yeah.
You've always played, even on TV, like you've always played this goody two shoes characters. Yeah. Nagin, of course, being like a revengeful, but you've still played the heroine. But I want to know that were you told that no, don't? Because most people stay away from villainous roles. I don't know why, but they do.
No, I think playing a villain is super fun to begin with. Also, it'll be safe to say that this was by far my whole career's most difficult role to play, because you know, as Bengalis we are so animated and we have so many expressions, and you know, in television I'm used to working certain way, because, and we've also to remember the fact that I shot for it like 6 years back. The climax sequence actually happened. That was the first sequence. That was the first sequence 5 years back. That was the first in Bulgaria, Sofia. So that was the first sequence that I shot. So it was very important for me at that point of time to unlearn everything that I knew. And you know, Ayan was very clear that this character is very Indian at heart. She would probably be like an embodiment of Ma Kali. That is the kind of energy she exudes. And he told me one very simple thing, and he keep reminding me on set, that the way Junoon is connected to Brahmadev is like how you are connected to Shivji or Shri Krishna. So keep that in mind. We don't need any projection, but at the same time, she's fearful. She invokes a certain feelings from you. So all of those things you have to kind of keep in mind. So there was a lot of unlearning and unburdening that I had to do to get into the skin of this character. And like you said before, there were all these actors like Bachchan sir, SRK sir, Nagarjuna sir, Ranbir, Alia.
And you worked with all of them?
Yeah, and I was literally like fighting them. So it was nerve-wracking. My day one of shoots with everybody has been very, like, I have felt the jitters and I have felt like really nervous. But I really truly feel, because I dance on stage a lot, nerves are good.
Yeah,
so nerves are very good. If you're not feeling
you don't
nervous,
have it, then it's a problem.
Yeah, then it's a problem. Then that means that you somehow are a bit overconfident that, you know, you will be able to nail it or whatever. So I feel like nerves are good, and that's a good place to start from.
You know, you've lived with this character for 5 years now.
Yeah.
I want to know that you're the only actor. This is what I messaged you, because I'm a huge Shah Rukh Khan fan, and I know that you love. We have had so many conversations about you working with Shah sir. When will you work with Shah sir? And you are the only actor in this entire cast who has actually gotten an opportunity to share screen space with Shah sir.
Yes.
How was the experience?
Magical. He is a manic man. So much energy. We have shot nights, 6-7 nights, and he was just as peppy and as spontaneous and as flamboyant as he would be at 7 p.m. that he would be exactly the same at even 5 a.m. in the morning. So, I mean, he's just so intelligent, so well spoken, so witty. So kind. Like, I had so many questions every single day, and he would just gladly answer them all, and it was lovely.
What kind of questions did you ask him?
He was just lovely, and nothing like about how he approaches a character, and you know, his body of work is huge now. If I'd pick up like 5 films every day and ask like questions that would, like, you know, they could be about his process, or they could be about some sort of narrative, they could be about some incidents or some experiences. So it was a mixed bag of goodies, but I just had a lot of questions.
You know, you also worked with Alia and Ranbir very closely.
Yes.
And that was a time when they were starting to date, and then you've seen the entirety of the relationship, like from the beginning.
Hardly. How? Only on the days that we have shot, but you know, everybody's very, very professional on set.
Yeah, that's true.
To be
but
very,
you've been part of it. I'm saying
kind of, but from afar. So
did you also manifest it like all of us did when you?
Oh my God, they look so cute together, off and on screen. I just think they make the perfect couple.
That's
to be
true.
very honest, yeah. And she glows, like she glows inside out. I really, really, truly love her talent. Love the way she is as a person. She's fire on screen, and so is Ranbir. Actually, I'm a huge Ranbir fan. I think he's one of the greatest actors ever born in the country. So,
how was it working with them? If there's one quality from every actor that you would like to embody?
I'll talk about both of them together. The dedication, the way they are dedicated. You know, they should never leave the set, and it was so amazing to see that from the two of them, who were country's like one of the biggest stars, superstars, that they never left the set. They would just be there waiting, rehearsing, help. Like even when the lighting were being done on them, literally, like hardly the body doubles would hardly come in. It was just amazing to see that.
And Amit ji and Shah Rukh sir and Nagarjuna
him,
sir.
Bachchan sir I worked with for only a day. I was
Which
like a
is in
puppy.
Bulgaria.
I was like a puppy. What can I say? I'm his biggest fan. Like I went and I recited one Harivansh Rai Bachchan ji's poem from Madhushala to him.
Oh, wow.
That's how I was behaving, neurotic. And
It's called love.
It was love.
love.
I love him. Like I love him. I love Bachchan sir. Nagarjuna sir, what can I say? There was all music going on in the background for all the women on set. Tu Mile Dil Khile, that song.
Arey.
Oh my God, he is a gentleman, so charming, rock solid person, off screen, on screen. And what a brilliant actor.
True.
You saw, like,
True.
the kind of strength that he brings in on screen. It's immense. So, yeah.
I think everybody was very well cast. I want to ask you, before the release, there were a lot of questions. Kya chalegi, nahi chalegi, ye, wo, boycott this, boycott that. Today, when it stands tall, people had at one point said that Bollywood is going nowhere, and this movie has possibly revived that and completely shut trolls.
Have they shut it though? No. They are not stopping, Nayan. Let's not live in a world that doesn't exist. You and me both know trolls. They exist today, they're going to exist tomorrow. You just have to learn to ignore them completely. I'm still on my way. Like, because suddenly, the kind of love that we are getting is overwhelming, but there's such unnecessary topics that people talk about and unnecessary things that people write. You just end up feeling bad. Like, why would you, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
True.
Like, why be mean?
Yeah.
But I guess it's a part of that social media evil that we need to kind of get used to it and live with. So,
but is there a sense of validation though, with the numbers, with the love that is coming your way?
Yeah, most definitely. Why not?
Yeah.
And honestly, I actually trusted the film. Not even when I read this actual script. For the first time when I went and met Ayan, and he told me that he was thinking of creating this universe, and it is going to be his own Astraverse, and it's going to be like completely Indian in nature, based on Indian mythology, and you mix some sci-fi in it, and all these characters. It's a magical experience. So I have believed in it since then. So even when there was, right before the release, there was a lot of like this boycott Brahmastra and boycott Bollywood, I really truly believed in Brahmastra, and I really truly believe that God sees it. God sees the amount of hard work that you put into a project. And that man, Ayan Mukherjee, is such a young filmmaker. He has given it his entire life and time. He has not, there is not 1 minute of his days in the last 5 years that he has thought about anything else but Brahmastra. So I kind of thought it is
Ayan's brainchild, and the way he has projected it and what he has done to Indian cinema, everybody is going to remember for years and decades. But जाते जाते ये तो मुझे पूछना ही है. The last time we spoke, you were about to get married.
Yeah.
I messaged you after the marriage pictures came out, and of course you feel a different sense of connect when you know somebody and when you call somebody a friend. Suraj brings that sense of calm to your life. You know, you like every Bengali, like most Bengalis, you are like you said that we are animated, we are a little jumpy, we are a little talkative. He's a balancing factor. But you both come from different worlds. When the worlds collide, how is life now? And what was his reaction on Brahmastra and Junoon?
Life is beautiful, and I am really, really lucky to have him as a life partner. Him and my mom-in-law and my dad-in-law, they have been so encouraging, and they have, I think both of them, all three of them have gone and watched the movie like some 2-3 times, and like they're taking their respective friends and going to different theaters and watching. What can I say? I just feel very, very blessed. People should, everybody should find the right kind of life partner like I have. Really.
But has it brought a sense of calm? Has Suraj, what is it that Suraj has brought into your life?
Perspective. Lots and lots of perspective, and love and respect to say nevertheless. So, yeah.
But you know, both of you look amazing together, and the day I meet him, you know that I'm gonna make that request of you and him doing an interview with me together, and this is what we are gonna do. We are gonna put a hashtag so that it reaches Suraj and he and Mouni does an interview with me. But Mouni, I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
We're short of time, but I will just tell you that whenever you do something, it is a little personal, because I've known you for some time. People will say that you say this to few people. Yes, those people are genuinely people who stood by me when I was a nobody. You've been one of them. And also you're a Bengali, so you know, I know that if I do something great in life, I get a message from you saying that, you know, this is so nice.
Yeah.
And so it feels, there's a lot of feels for you. And I know that with Junoon, you've created a different space for yourself.
Thank you.
I hope you come back with Brahmastra 2 also in Brahmastra 2. And love and luck to you, Suraj, and everything else.
Thank you so much, Nayan. You're the loveliest. Mwah.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mouni Roy. You're watching me on Bollywood Bubble.